There are a few times in life when many of us utter the words, or at least think them to ourselves. For many, they are spoken with sincerity the morning after a heavy night of drinking. I'll never do that again. Eventually, they become true. More often, after you're feeling better and the hangover has passed, or the consequences get mellowed by a memory fade out, we do it again and either repeat the ritual or modify it to be more next day friendly. For some people, they move past it and are successful in never doing it again. When I had 6 shots of Geigermeister in 30 minutes at last call, I said it and honored it. I never drank alcohol again. That was 30 years ago. You can say the words about other things too, of course, not just binge drinking or drugs. Anything you probably should not be doing the first time and feel horrible for doing afterwards qualifies. Usually you say it a few times before you really seriously need to stop. It's destructive behavior, one of the factors of what other people may refer to as bad life choices, that becomes a part of your story. How well we recognize the bad decisions and either stop for real or continue repeating the choices that lead us down the path where all we look back on are all the bad life choices that got us here. I can reflect on many of the people I've met in life during a bad decision story. I can watch as a spectator witnessing a crash and burn story for some, and a road to recovery story for others. Some stop the pattern along the way, some manage it better than others. I'm 61 still smoking meth each day and not regretting it as a bad life choices currently. Other friend just died, which is the absolute worst way to never do anything again. This story is indirectly related. It's not about the substance abuse itself, but about being the one enabling another. Not technically being a dealer, but a facilitator making some form of connection as a middleman, a position I would guess just about every drug user has taken on at some point in their story. I hate it, but I hate saying no to people even more, and it screws me out of any possible enjoyment or benefit every time. The conflict in my brain spoils it every single time. I'm never doing that again. Until somebody asks, and my urgent need to be a people pleaser says yes, before the other part of my brain that usually gets to debate me has a chance to present its case. The anticipation of appreciation is so high, it makes the bad life choices for me. It doesn't wait to think. Yes, I can help you. I know what it's like to not be able to get high, and I can help you. I'll even make promises and not charge extra even before I can confirm it's even possible. And from that glorious moment where my brain revels Unit's new role as savior, the torment pushes aside the joy and the favor turns to a responsibility. Anyone who has dealt with drugs dealers knows, and eventually comes to understand, is that being let down, delayed, and disappointed is often the norm. Drugs are seldom transacted as smoothly as a pizza delivery. Things happen, but unlike your pizza corporation, dealers lie freely and openly. They're trained to say yes and solve obstacles as they happen. A drug dealer will make promises to keep you waiting because they can, because poor service never affects return business. If your pizza was always 3 hours late and cold, you change brands. For many people, the one guy you know may be the only one you know. You put up with it because you really want to get high for whatever reason. I've been left outside on a street corner waiting for 8 hours before, and I still consider that a quirk I am willing to overlook when I'm in need. Oh, her? Yeah, she'll make you wait sometimes, so I build that into my expectation. That brings me today. At 4:30 a.m., my message notification messages start binging me awake. My brain knows who it is. My friend that I said yes to is virtually knocking on my digital door. I imagine the update requests in my head. I'm the in-between, and the delays are not in my control. They want to know. They apply guilt. There is always a reason, always a timeline I'm screwing up. I've been on that side of this. I've been the one saying those words. I've sent those texts with no regard to the emotional felling of the dealer. I know they are just a middleman too, putting pressure and stress on their supply. I'm more susceptible to guilt pain. It's my trauma trigger. It's why I said yes so eagerly to a favor ID previously vowed to never do again. This moment right now. The text asking for an update. The answer I am forced to give, even though everyone in the chain knows. The only true answer to this question has been and always will be, I'm waiting. You're waiting. He's waiting. You'll get it when you get it, not before. It's not intentional, and I'm not holding anything back. I hate this positron. no control except to wait. The person waiting knows this already, but the anticipation of a coming high is one of the worst parts of a drug user's story. You're out and craving. As for me, I try to understand. I've been there, I know. I know she knows, but I also know my role in this story is not the hero I said yes for. I am the bad guy causing her joy to be delayed, her plans to skip a day, the initial high to be soured at least for 4 minutes till the bliss takes over. It's quite possible she has promised others, and they are continuing the loop of disappointment down the chain. She's getting text messages complaining too, and my story is her story. I say I'm never doing this again. And that's how some people become dealers themselves, fooling themselves into thinking inventory solves the problem. But I'm never crossing that line. Another cliche line uttered out loud or to ourselves when you live the life in this story world. Wait 3 hours more and repeat. Wait a few hours more and repeat. I'm never doing this again.